Okay, everyone should know that before jumping into the website as a front-end developer, everyone should know how an HTML and CSS and JavaScript are working in a browser. Let's see. Okay, this is a diagram I'm going to explain. In this, we can see that this is a HTML file, CSS file, and JavaScript file. Okay, so these files are placed on a network somewhere. Whenever we are clicking, we are adding an URL in a browser, then these kind of files are being downloaded by the browser. Once the file is get downloaded, then the HTML and CSS file is parsed by a browser. After parsing, it renders that file and convert into the DOM. From HTML file, it converts into DOM, document object model, and for CSS, it's converts into CSS object model. From HTML, it converts document object model. This is done by the browser in the backend side. Once it done that, it renders that DOM and CSS object model and show on the web page, which is visible to us. If it includes that page includes JavaScript file, then that file also is being downloaded by the browser. Suppose there is an action, some submit button has been clicked. Okay, some submit button has been there and it has been clicked. After clicking that button, the JavaScript updates the DOM or CSS object model. After updating that, it again renders the DOM and CSS object model and print on the web page, which we see. Okay, the one in this diagram, few things have been cleared, like the HTML, CSS, JavaScript file has been downloaded from the network. The file has been parsed, and the JavaScript is executed by the JavaScript engine. And the JavaScript, what it does, it gets the DOM or CSS of update it, and after updating it, web browser render that DOM and CSS object model, so we can see the image. We can see the page. Okay. Next, what is DOM? A DOM is a document object model. Document object model. Okay. It is the tree representation of an HTML file. And it is a tree representation. Each and every this box is called nodes. Tree of nodes. We can also call a tree of node. This is very useful in modifying the web page dynamically. We can see this is the HTML tag, a root tag. This is the head, this is the body. Head has one child, title, and title has child text content. The body has child text h1, h2. These are all childs of body, and the relation between h1, h2 and text is they are also siblings to each other. H1 has a one child text content, H2 has a one child text content. Here, these can grow, okay, but but this cannot grow. So this is called an leaf node. Text content is called leaf node because they cannot grow further. Similarly, if we see this in the, if you see here, this is an HTML. Okay, so this is the root animal element. This is it has two child element, head and body. Again, the head has some childs, meta, title I have shown in the diagram, and the body has some childs, h1, h2. In this manner, in this tree structure, the DOM has been created. Whenever the HTML file is downloaded, a, a corresponding equivalent DOM has been created by the browser at the backend side in the tree structure, and every box in the uh, DOM is, we call it as node. Okay. Now next I will be providing details how flow of an HTML file goes whenever it's after downloading and executing a JavaScript program. So let's see. Once the file is being downloaded, the DOM has been created. HTML file. Once the HTML file is downloaded, the DOM has been created. Once DOM is created, after rendering, it will show us this page on the screen. Okay. Suppose this page has a button to show an employee detail. Once we click that button, it will go into the event handler, which is responsible to handle this click button event in the event handler for event handler for button to show the employee details. This is a function, normally a function. This function, what it is do, whatever the return inside that function, it will get the DOM details. It will update the DOM details. Once the DOM detail is updated, after that the browser, the control is back to the browser, and browser again render the same home HTML page here. So we can see the employee detail present in the table is presented in this home.html file. Next we can see the quick demo for that. Okay, this is our same whatever I have explained. This is the demo .html. Okay, so this is the body, and body have some head 1, sub heading 1, heading 2, and this it has input button, and we have created an event for this button, submit button, in the JavaScript. What it do, once the button is clicked, then the color of background color of h1 is changed, and some this text content we have to modify that. We have to do this two things. Okay, this is the event. We are getting the submit button here, and we have created a handler function. This is the handler function. In that handler function, we are getting element heading, and we have updated the constant bootstrap.tutorial, and we are changing the background color to orange. We have added this we have added this handler to as an event listener. Once the button is clicked, then this function should be executed. Okay, let's see the demo. This is our home page. Okay, our normal demo.html file is being downloaded. Okay, this is our HTML file. If you see in that HTML, CSS, JavaScript tutorial, heading 1, have a nice day, and one button should be there. These all three are present. What happened once we click this? Then the JavaScript update the DOM. After updating the DOM, the control is back to the browser, and then browser again renders the DOM, and after rendering that it will show a page with updated content. So in this, once we click the submit button, this will be gone, and in here the bootstrap.yml bootstrap tutorial will be placed, and the background color changed to orange. Let's say yes, we are able to see that bootstrap tutorial is here, and the background color has been changed. So this is all about how an HTML, CSS, JavaScript work together in a